Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome, coming to you not quite live from One Take Studios, where today's topic involves absolute value. Alright, absolute value. What is it? Chances are about half the people listening just said absolute value makes it positive. Well, that's a nice statement, and it's typically a true statement. However, that is not what absolute value is. If we're going to be solving absolute value equations, we must know what it is. Absolute value is the distance from zero. How far a number is away from zero. This is massively important for you to know. Alright, absolute value is the distance from zero. So think on a number line. I have a number. How far is that number away from zero? Regarding the whole it makes it positive thing, well, why is it positive? Distance. When was the last time that you ran -2 miles? I'm guessing that hasn't happened. Distances are always positive. Hence, the positive number is the outcome because we are looking for a distance. All right, so you must know this. Absolute value, distance from zero. All right, I'm going to walk you through a couple things today, and we're going to start with the absolute value of 3. Now, please make a note that these two long bars here are not ones. They're long bars, and that's the indication for absolute value. Anybody whose brain's not fully tuned in at the moment said, this says 1 times 1 equals 3. No, it does not say that. This says that the absolute value of x equals 3. What does this mean? If absolute value is distance from zero, this is saying that, I'll put this here, I think, something, whatever is in my absolute value signs, in this case x, something is, because equals means is, 3 away from 0. Something, this, is distance 3 away from 0. That's a little hard to read, I'm sorry. 3 away from 0. So think about this in terms of a number line, would you? Here's a number line. How do I know? It is a line. It has numbers on it. Those numbers are equally spaced. Here's 0. What numbers on this number line are 3 away from 0? Here's 0. I'm going to go 3 one direction. 1, 2, 3. Right here, ladies and gents. That number is 3 away from 0. But this line goes 2 directions. Start here again. 1, 2, 3. This number here is also 3 away from 0. So when we are solving absolute value equations, we have to keep in mind that this distance goes both directions. So being 3 away from 0 means I'm going to go 3 to the right and 3 to the left. So what is our something in this case? What is our x? X is going to equal 3 and -3. We have 2 answers. One because we went to the left, and one because we went to the right. 3 and -3. All right, this is entirely possible, but your brain has to be fully engaged to do this correctly. If you turn your brain on automatic pilot and it just wanders off someplace, you're probably going to make a mistake. So there's a couple things I'd like you to notice so far. I am telling you a good way to process this in your brain. Something, whatever's in the absolute value, is, and here's our distance from 0. So that is a good way to think about this. Also, I've got 2 answers. Now, note that this time that they are opposites, 3 and -3. Be forewarned, that's not always the case. And so a lot of people are like, well, I get one answer, so if I get the answer 5, well, -5 must be the other answer. Not necessarily, so please be careful, pretty please, okay? All right, so let's take a look at this one, shall we? This time I have the absolute value of x minus 2 equals 7. Absolute value makes it positive. I should just make this positive, right? No. Okay, go back to understanding what is happening. This right here, this is our something, okay? Something is, equal sign is, and what is this? This is 7 away from 0. So something is 7 away from 0. Here it was x. And x could be 3, x could be -3. Well, all right, so let's think about 7. What numbers are 7 away from 0? Picture a number line. I didn't redraw it this time, but picture a number line. I can go up 7, I can go down 7, right? So this something if I go down 7, this something, this x minus 2, could be negative 7 because negative 7 is a distance of 7 away from 0. However, my something, my x minus 2, might also be 7 because 7 is also 7 away from 0. So my something could go one of two directions. My something could go to the left and be negative 7. My something could go to the right and be positive 7. You must have both because both are very valid options here. Solving at this point looks a lot like, in this case, solving a one-step equation. I want to get the x by itself. I'll do a plus 2 to undo the minus 2 that's sitting there. Those are opposites. They'll cancel. There's x equals, what is negative 7 plus 2? Watch your signs. Negative 7 plus 2 is going to be negative 5. So negative 5 is one of our answers. That was so much fun. We should do it again. Oh look, it's still x minus 2, so we're still going to add 2. We are undoing the subtraction with the addition, but we want to do the same thing on both sides of the equal sign. Again, those will undo each other. There's my x equals, what is 7 plus 2? 9. What did I just get done saying? My answers will not always be opposites of each other. Negative 5 and 9 are not opposites, but they are both good answers for this equation, and I have to have them both. So something is a certain distance from 0. Something is a certain distance from 0. And that something can go one way, and that something can go the other way. All right, let's do it again. Let's do this again. Trying to show you a little bit of a variety of problems here. And let me get you this right here. And we will slide this guy, and that'll be okay. All right, so do you know how to phrase this in your brain? What are we looking at? What is this? If you think you know, feel free to pause this video. Pause right now and try this problem and come back to me. See what you think. All right, go ahead and pause if you'd like to. All right, hopefully you're coming back to me here. This is my something. Something is equals is. Ooh, we're really far from 0 this time. 20 away from 0. So think this through. Cannot put the brain on automatic pilot. That does not work. Think this through. What's happening here? Well, either this 4x is on my number line to the left. What happens if I start at 0 and I go to the left 20 places? That should put me at negative 20, right? So that would be that 4x could be all the way down on the left at negative 20 because that's my something. My something could be at negative 20 because that is 20 away from 0. However, my something could also be 20 the other direction, 20 to the right of 0, which is a positive 20. So again, my something might be to the left, might be to the right. Solve. Again, we're just solving. All right, one-step equations. This is 4 times x. I'm going to get the x by itself. I'm going to undo the times 4 with the divided by 4. Same thing on both sides. That's gone. There's my x equals. What is negative 20 divided by 4? That should be negative 5. There is one of my two answers. And that looks like so much fun. I'm going to do it again. Divide by 4, undoing the multiplying by 4. X equals 5. Wait a minute. These answers actually are opposites of each other. That's okay. That can happen sometimes. I'm just telling you be careful because it doesn't happen all the time. All right? We're going to do one last example. One more. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. This one, my example had subtraction. This one had multiplication. Ooh, fancy. This one has addition and multiplication. Whatever shall we do? Well, I have an idea. This is my something right here. And we are saying that something is, and what is this? This is 8 away from 0. So, my something might go 8 to the left of 0. If I'm at 0 and I go 8 to the left, where am I? I am at negative 8. So my 3x plus 1 might be at negative 8. However, my 3x plus 1, my something, might be 8 to the right on the number line, because positive 8 is also 8 away from 0. Stray mark here I'm going to get rid of. There we go. All right. Solve. That's just it. Again, solve. We've got undoing these. We want to undo everything around the x. That means we're doing reverse order of operations. So normally we would do addition last. That's the first thing we're going to undo. First thing we're going to undo. There we go. That leaves me with a 3x here equals, watch your signs. -8 minus 1 is -9. X is almost by itself. I still need to divide by 3. That will undo the multiplying by 3. Dividing by 3 goes away. X equals -9 divided by 3 is -3. Survey says that is one of my answers, -3. One more, shall we? Back again. Same process, but be careful. We won't necessarily generate the same numbers. Again, we're going to start by undoing the +1 with a -1. Undoing that, there's my 3x, there's my equal sign. 8 minus 1 is not 9. 8 minus 1 is 7. Ew. 7. If I divide by 3 and I divide by 3, that goes away. X equals, what the heck is that? Well, I could just call it 7/3, because that's kind of what it is. It's 7/3. If you don't like that, mixed numbers. How many times does 3 go into 7? It goes in 2 times with a remainder of 1. I could also call that 2 1/3 if that made me happy. Or I suppose if I wanted to do decimals, that would be 2.333333333 for all eternity. All right, recap. What is absolute value? Distance from 0. Know that. Love that. Keep in mind then, because we are going both directions on the number line, because we're going to the left and to the right, this will always generate 2 answers, 2 answers, 2 answers, 2 answers. All right? There are very few kind of weird circumstances where you might have 1. Can you think of any example? What if it equaled 0? How many numbers are 0 away from 0? I bet there's just 1. Probably. All right, practice, think, do not allow your brain to be on automatic pilot, okay? Practice, practice. Thank you.